Hello, everybody. Owen Jennings here, your spiritual guide and yours empowerment coach, coming in with the energies of the week from today, the 16th of March, until Sunday, the 22nd of March. Apologies for coming in a little bit later than planned. Just a few things going on here I have to sort out first. Right, so I hope you're all doing really well. In fact, let me know how you are in the comments after you've listened to this. And I hope that you're finding that certainly in the northern hemisphere, where the lights, the evenings are staying a bit lighter for longer, and hopefully that's making you feel good, like we've got more time and it just doesn't feel as dark. Right, so it's a big week of new beginnings this week, everyone. Astrologically and energetically, and I'm wondering if you're feeling that. This week you should start to feel that your pathway becomes a little bit clearer. Your job this week, if you haven't already and you choose to accept your job, is to decide who you're stepping into the new lunar new year as, or the new astrological new year, not even lunar, because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and we step into Aries on Friday, the 20th. So Aries is all about new beginnings, fiery sign. It's all about getting things done. So, and we're leading up to that this week. This week's inviting you to break free from old stories that you've been telling yourself, that maybe you've been holding yourself back with, and inviting you to reconnect with your soul and, really trusting yourself. That's important. There's a Pisces new moon, which kind of starts us off. That's kind of early hours of the 19th of March, which is Thursday, I believe. Yeah, so that's inviting us to kind of pause, go inwards, that sort of thing. But it's also a chance for us to go inwards, because Pisces is very dreamy, but it's also about because we have I think it's an out of conjunction alignment with two planets, I think. Just let me check for you, because I was reading about it. So yeah, so this is Yasmin Boland's diary. So the new moon is making what's called an out of sign conjunction to the planet Saturn and Neptune. Saturn likes reality, likes to make things concrete, whereas Neptune is the planet of dreams. So it's about bringing the two together. And I think we've been talking about that for a while now. So, it's really asking you to trust yourself. And then we have the spring equinox on Friday in the Northern Hemisphere, and we step into Aries season, equal balance of light and dark. It's going to start getting brighter and lighter, more light coming in. But as well, Mercury is going direct. Thank goodness for that. On Friday. And from what I understand, it's conjunct, Mercury going direct is conjunct with the North Node. And there are many planets in Aries at the same time. So it's asking us to be bold and brave. Mercury is the messenger, and because it's going to start going direct, it should be clearer messaging. So you may have found things have been a bit slow whilst it's been in retrograde. And as I say, we're coming into the astrological new year. And it wants you to be guided by your intuition, by your soul. And then on Sunday, from what I understand, Neptune meets the Sun. And we also have Mars trining Jupiter at some point. I don't understand, I don't understand all the astrology, but I like to listen to it and read about it. And this this wants us to be bold, wants us to be courageous. Mars trining Jupiter brings in abundance and good fortune. Okay, so there's a lot of positivity going on this week as far as the skies are concerned, to support us so that we can move into the astrological new year in the way that we wish. Throwing off the shackles of our logical minds, making decisions, hopefully, and really tuning in with our intuition and following what our soul wants us to do. And it's really interesting because, as you know, I'm running my Body's Intuition course at the moment, and it's been perfect timing because all the planets have been really supportive of it. And, we're going to be talking about, what derails intuition and all the rest of it in this week's call, amongst other things. And it just makes me smile that I was guided to start teaching this course now, because this is what we're looking at. We're looking at really embodying our intuition, really trusting ourselves, not listening to outside forces, not seeking approval, really following what makes us feel calm and not following things that make us feel contracted or fearful. So that's what a lot of this week is about: newness, new beginnings, new starts, a reset. It feels like a reset, which is nice, right? Because we get so hung up on January being the beginning of the year, which it is according to the calendar, but it's not really. And we're now starting to emerge, aren't we, from hibernation as we come into spring. And hopefully we'll start to see, those seeds that we planted, hopefully we'll start to see them emerging. And we can plant some more seeds because we might be clearer now on what it is we're wanting, right? And on the subject of seeds, there's a bit of a dodgy segue, but don't forget, myself and Amanda McDermott from Wish Sticks Wellbeing are running Connect with Nature course. We've run it before, quite a few years ago. We've upgraded it, and it starts on the 30th of March, which is lovely because it fits in with all of this new energy. The idea being that it's going to bring you back to yourself. You're going to connect in with nature. What's nature teaching us? It's over 5 weeks. There's mindfulness, including mindfulness activities each week, meditation. We get you to generally think about the different things we're talking about each week to do with nature. And I'd love it if you signed up, because it's a self-paced course. Yes, it's over 5 weeks. Self-paced, and myself and Amanda pop in every now and again to the private Facebook group to share our wisdom. So if you really feel like you want to do that, it'd be a great time of year to do that, wouldn't it? Get back in touch with nature. Then the early bird price, actually we've decided to extend it till I think it's midnight on the 18th. So it's only £97 for 2 tutors, 5 weeks of fun and exploration, but also relaxation. And I know we're aware that this also falls over the Easter school holidays, but you can do it with your kids. Like some of the activities are so easy. There's one where we invite you to work with some pebbles, that you can go out with your kids for a walk and find some pebbles, and yeah, so have a look. I'm going to drop the link because it is really lovely. We've already got some lovely ladies signed up. We'd love you to join them and to see you there. And then in other news, if you want a reading, either tarot or oracle, given that the spring equinox is happening on Friday, it's like a 6-month reading, then I've got a few spaces. I'm opening a few places for that. So again, I'll put the link in the comments. Now, you see me shuffling these cards for a while. Normally I do this before I come on here. See, I'm not as organised today as I normally am. But then Pisces is telling us to go with the flow. So I'm a Virgo, you see, so I'm normally a bit more organised than this. Right. So I'm just pulling 2 cards for the week. I've already given you that astrological thing, summation, although you might find more details elsewhere. Right, so we've got the 10 of Cups. This is really lovely energy. So this is happy family life, lots of love around you. I actually do feel a lot of love coming in this week, and hopefully it'll start with you, you know, a bit of self-love as well. But 10 of Cups is a really lovely card, and sort of a feeling of, you know, being grateful for what you've got, you know, your family, your home life, lots of love surrounding you. And we also have the Queen of Wands, which I think is lovely too, particularly as we're moving into Aries season, because Wands is fire, the element is fire. The Queen of Wands knows what she wants and she's prepared to go and get it. So I really feel like this is more the energy towards the end of the week. So maybe this week is still a little bit, well, not still, it's lovely that you're feeling the love. You know, we've had Mother's Day just yesterday in the UK, so maybe some of us mums are feeling a bit more love than normal. But it's also just, as I say, being grateful for those you love. And this is right, okay, it's my turn now. I am going to start making my dreams come true with intention and aligned action. So that's what that feels like. So I hope you have a really lovely week. I hope you enjoy the energies this week, which are really supporting you to press the reset button if that's what's needed in your life right now. But even if you don't need that, you should feel like you've got a bit more energy, a bit more impetus this week, a bit more wanting to get things done if that's the case. But the main message, you know, is to really just trust your intuition and stop leading from your logical mind all the time. Yeah. So I wish you well, and I will be back next week. Bye for now.